The ages of the suspects in the killing have been of keen interest to the family and Ghanaians at large, as that will largely determine the nature of trial they will be subjected to. Reports had suggested that both were below 18 years, which meant they could only be tried through the country's juvenile system. It, however, emerged later that one of them is 19 years, while the other is believed to be 16 years. However, as it stands, the real age of the supposed 16-year-old has not been determined. The family of the deceased believes this is unnecessarily delaying the court process. Spokesperson for the family, Samad Akalilu, wants the police to speed up investigations into the age of the suspects to allow the court process to continue.
Yeah, partly happy, partly unhappy. We're happy because at least the trial is ongoing. Our only disappointment was to the fact that the police, as of now, have not been able to unravel the specific age of the alleged 16-year-old who was part of this particular case, or who was one of the accused persons. And so for us, we feel that it's quite surprising that for 2 weeks now the police can still not give us the exact age, and that was one of the reasons the police gave for why they needed time to further investigate. If not, on the whole, we feel that the police have done a good job, except this particular issue.
Okay. In the case of the raising of objections with regard to the age, what exactly did they say in court?
Well, they didn't raise an objection. They only said that they've been conflicting age as an issue on the age of one of the suspects, and whom we are told is 16, and that because his age is conflicting, there is a need for veracity or otherwise to be uncovered. And that, according to the police, they've gone to the hospital where the boy was born, and they've also gone to one of his former schools, and they will need time to compare the two, or the pieces of evidences that they've gathered, and from there they can now ascertain the exact age of the alleged 16-year-old, if you like, murderer.
What exactly has it got to do with the age? The documents that the police have in hand, can I say it's not enough to justify his age?
Well, that is why we are disappointed. These are questions that the media can get to the Ghana Police Service who are doing the investigation. Of course, for us, we do not speak for the police, and that is part of the reasons we are a bit disappointed. But however, we just feel that what we do need is that we want a fair trial, we want justice for the late Ismail, we want justice for the family. But to the extent that that is what can help them deliver justice, overall, we are impressed. We just feel that this was just a little hitch that we're a bit disappointed about, that for 2 weeks they cannot unravel the veracity of the age or otherwise. Aside from that, largely we are cool with the processes so far.
A lawyer for the accused person, Samuel Etuya, is unhappy the court has denied his client's bail.
The accused persons were not represented, so the court ordered me as a lawyer in court to represent the accused person and apply for bail application, of which I did so. But then, after the application, the court refused to upheld my submission, claiming that the court did not have jurisdiction to try the case. And once the court did not have a jurisdiction to try the case, the same way the court also did not have jurisdiction to grant bail. But when the ruling came, I was not surprised, and I told my lord that I was very grateful, and I applied to the High Court, where it has jurisdiction to grant the accused person's case. Because as I told the court, they cannot use those delayance of technicalities by the prosecution, giving that excuse, to also curtail the freedom of the accused person. Yes, they are doing the investigation. So when they say that they are holding them for their own safety, fine. I'm not an investigator. They know what is on the ground. So I wasn't surprised at all. You see, the law states basis upon which the court can refuse bail. Okay. So if they are not, that is why I told the court that they should have quoted the law. That says that A, B, C, D, because of A, B, C, D, you cannot grant bail. But as I said, you see, granting of bail, in spite of all the authorities, what the Constitution says, the granting of bail is still the discretion of the judge. That is why, after my application, I told my lord that the discretion is his. So he should exercise it in our favor. But unfortunately, my lord thought otherwise and said I would not exercise the discretion in our favor, which is good.
The Ofako District Court, presided over by Samuel Akwesieje, remanded the two teenagers, Nicholas Kini and Felix Nyako, into police custody to reappear again on May 4, 2021.
Family of the late 11-year-old Ishmael Mensah say they are disappointed at the police for the excessive delay in finding the ages of one of the boys, Nicholas Kinney. The family believes the delay on the part of the police in finding the ages is delaying the court process. They, however, hope that the police will speed up investigations on the next adjourned date and find the ages of the boys for court proceedings to continue. Calvis Tete, Citi News, Lamte Mills.